Good afternoon. My name is Carrie Howard, and this is my video observation number 1 for EDU 676. This is regarding my observations in a classroom with students with ASD and my analysis of the rubric, the observation rubric called APERS that I filled out. Well, first of all, the classroom that I observed is an ESY session, so the classroom itself wasn't the best setup because it's kind of like a borrowed classroom. And so I saw a preschool group of students, but they're in a classroom that wasn't really designed to be a preschool classroom. And there's a lot of furniture in the room. There were some good elements about the classroom that I liked, some visual elements that were helpful to students with ASD. But I found that the classroom learning environment itself was a little bit cluttered and it wasn't easy to, not easy to like, you do have visual, like the teacher could see the whole room and other staff members. You can always see the students where they're at and what they're doing, but it's not always easy to get there. So because of the way the furniture is set up, and there's just a little bit too much furniture in my opinion in the classroom. So I thought it could have been improved to maximize the space, and especially if it was a space that was designed for preschool children, it would have worked a little bit better. As far as the learning environment, structure, and schedule, there's a really nice visual schedule posted that was updated daily, and that was a really great thing that I liked, help keep the students on track, and they always knew like what they're going to be doing next. The teachers seem to be really great at preparing students for those transitions, especially for a big transition like going from the classroom and going to the cafeteria. They would give a 5-minute warning. Okay, class, in 5 minutes, we're going to be going to lunch. So that verbal warning to help prepare students for transitions paired with the visual schedule that the teacher could refer to, where the students could see where they're at in their day, was very helpful in my observation. I thought that was really excellent. However, it could have been improved. As far as there's some good visual elements, there's also some, I would say, unnecessary visual elements that could have been reduced. Like there's a little too much information on the wall, but again, like I said, this was kind of like a shared classroom, so it wasn't designed to be for this particular group of students. But even so, I thought there's a little bit too much stuff on the walls. There was like a lot of knick-knacky kind of things that could be a little bit distracting for a student with ASD. As far as the positive learning climate, I really saw a great positive learning environment. All the staff members were so welcoming and encouraging to the students, even when they're struggling, or even when they weren't like listening, they're like crawling under the chairs. The teachers were really great at encouraging them to come out from under the tables and to re-engage into the like what the class is doing. Through a lot of positive verbal praise, encouragement, redirection, like, hey, come on, let's, go and do this. And it really helped engage students, especially there was a student who tends to, you could see like he's kind of shy and he wants to go and hide all the time. And but the teachers are really great about not letting him hide under the tables, but to be engaged in the other activities. And yeah, so it was great to see that. Overall, my reflection, I feel that the learning environments are very critical for our students with ASD to help meet their needs. Our students are visual learners, but we don't want to bombard them with too much visual stimuli. We want to be mindful of having, maybe calm space, calm colors, natural colors, that we do have visual schedules posted to help them with their transitions and what to expect in their day. I also like to use a lot of visuals in my teaching style, how I'm presenting information to students, and understanding that visual does help them learn because they have difficulty sometimes understanding language. So being able to pair words with pictures does help to bridge that language gap. And having a positive environment for students too, that's safe and inclusive. And when we think inclusive, we also need to understand inclusive means maybe having a calm down area for students with behavior or sensory needs, where they have little sensory activities they can go engage in, squeezing fidgets, or we have like these sensory bottles that have like glitter. Students can watch that and it can help them calm down. And it can help students to self-regulate their bodies when they're feeling a little anxious or stressed, which, you know, happens to everybody, but especially our students on the spectrum. They need a little area where they can kind of take a break, calm down if they need to, and be able to come back and refocus on their work. So overall, good observations, and thank you for taking the time to listen. Bye-bye.